This Week in Agribusiness, serving America's most essential industry, is brought to you by ADM.
Welcome back to This Week in Agribusiness. I'm Kristen Decker, sitting in for Orion Samuelson, right alongside Max Armstrong. And Max, farmers today have such a wealth of data to help them with their business, and it really does help them with decision making.
Yeah, it sure does. You think about the grain producer, for example, they know what their input costs are from that data. They can track the yield coming off the combine, and they can check the pricing in the marketplace. You put it all together, they have a better handle on what that break-even point is. Our friend Willie Vogt has a report on that this weekend.
Putting together a lot of information into one place is important to better manage your operation. But a lot of farmers wonder about how this data can be put to use if they're layering all this information, and it turns out it's possible, because Todd Dorn from Omense, Illinois is making it happen, and he tells us how.
We're very thorough about keeping track of our input costs. So as we start in the spring, as we apply all our inputs, seed, chemical, fertilizer, you basically know what you have, your costs are at that point per acre. We're concerned about every acre standalone. Is it profitable, not profitable? So now when we get to harvest and we come out of a field, we know instantaneously. We already know what the seed costs, fertilizer costs are. Now we have the bushel to assign to it, and it's done instantaneously. A field's done, the yields are there, and then we can associate a price, whether it's a pre-sold, pre-hedged, forward sales, or maybe it's still left unpriced, but you'll be able to look at it and say, hey, I need X amount of dollars, I have this many bushels, this is where my break even is. And then that day you can decide, hey, I want to hedge some more off, I need to just sell it today. And you don't have to wait till you're done picking corn and figure it out in December, when you have to sit through and go through all the grain receipts and say, well, what did that farm make? You may have missed some opportunity in that time period. You're able to think about it as you're moving down the road to the next field. You already know, well, this field here is what I need to sell corn at this price to make a profit. And I think that's pretty important in today's environment.
Todd Dorn makes it sound pretty easy, the way he pulls things together, but there's a piece of that puzzle that producers should probably understand. It's called the Application Program Interface. And Justin Blanchette from Aaron's Hogan Walker in Dwight, Illinois, explains just what it is and how it works.
An API allows our customers to do with their data what they choose to do with their data. My John Deere being the silo or storage point, if you will, for the data, and then interacting with that information through third parties that have developed ways of pulling in the particulars of the information out of that silo and drilling it down into whatever facet of their business it's going to benefit them in, whether it's input management or insurance purposes, things of that fashion.
Over the past few months, we've looked at wireless data transfer, acreage sharing, the ways dealers are deploying these technologies in new ways to make themselves more productive for your operation. And as Todd Dorn shows us, it's possible to layer in all the information from your operation and get a profit map for your business very efficiently. Reporting for This Week in Agribusiness, I'm Willie Vogt.
Our thanks to Willie Vogt, highly regarded longtime agriculture journalist with Penton Agriculture.